So, if an audio speaker fails in your living room, it's basically just a nuisance.
Right, totally.
But if it fails in Terminal 3 of an international airport, it requires, like, a massive scissor lift, thousands of dollars in labor, and a total shutdown of pedestrian traffic just to fix a single wire.
Exactly. Which is why the engineering behind commercial audio is is completely obsessed with environmental fail-safes. I mean, it's a totally different ballgame than what you have at home.
Yeah, and today, our mission for this deep dive is to look at the extreme engineering required to prevent those massive failures. We are exploring the hidden science of public spaces using a very specific piece of hardware as our lens.
Oh, right. The QSC AD-S5T-BK surface mount loudspeaker.
Right, that's the one.
It's the perfect example because, I mean, before the speaker can even worry about sounding good, it has to actually survive the wild.
Okay, let's unpack this sheer muscle here.
Yeah.
Because the spec sheet notes a massive 116 dB peak, maximum sound pressure level.
Which is incredibly loud.
Yeah. To put that in perspective for you, 116 decibels is roughly the volume of a live rock concert. Wow. So this single box is designed to just cut through the ambient roar of a busy casino floor without even breaking a sweat.
But it's not just loud, it's practically armored. It holds an IP54 rating against dust and splashing water.
Right.
Enclosures like these, they have to withstand decades of temperature swings, humidity, and, grease without blinking.
Yeah, and the detail that actually surprised me the most was the connector. I mean, on a standard home stereo, you just have those flimsy little wire clips, right?
Oh, definitely.
But on this unit, the connection uses a heavy-duty Euroblock connector sitting behind a completely sealed panel just to block out moisture. It's built to completely eliminate corrosion.
Well, because as we establish, sending a tech up on a 30-foot lift every 6 months to just, jiggle a wire is a massive logistical nightmare.
Right, so it survives the environment, but, durability means absolutely nothing if the audio sounds like it's coming out of a tin can.
Right, exactly.
It's packing a weather-treated paper woofer and a silk dome tweeter. But here's my question. You could just overpower a massive room with sheer volume, but wouldn't that usually create acoustic hotspots?
Yeah, it does.
So how does this specific model avoid absolutely deafening the people standing right underneath it?
What's fascinating here is that is the exact core challenge of commercial audio. Usually, pointing a speaker creates a sweet spot.
Like a single focal point.
Right. The people dead center get perfect sound, and anyone off to the side just hears muffled garbage. But QSC solves this with something they call directivity match transition, or, DMT.
Okay, wait, how exactly does that physically work?
Well, it comes down to matching the acoustic patterns of the woofer and the tweeter right at the crossover point.
The point where the audio shifts from the low-end driver to the high-end driver.
Exactly that. By aligning those directivity patterns perfectly, it creates an even 115-degree cone of sound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that mechanism ensures that every single person walking through a retail store hears the exact same balanced frequency range, no matter where they are standing.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because getting that 115-degree cone of perfect sound is only half the battle.
Right.
I mean, if a heavy speaker shifts even a fraction of an inch over the next 5 years because of gravity or building vibrations, that perfect math is completely ruined.
Oh, absolutely. That perfect 115-degree coverage would suddenly be blasting into a wall instead of the crowd.
Which brings us to the physical installation. This model uses an award-winning X-Mount system.
Which is crucial for long-term installs.
Yeah, because instead of just a typical friction hinge that slowly droops over time, it uses ribbed interlocking teeth, almost like the gears of a clock.
Right.
So once that mount is tightened, physical slipping is basically mechanically impossible.
It just locks in the original acoustic geometry. You set the angle once, and it stays there for a decade.
But wait, what about the electrical side? If you're covering an entire airport terminal, you have to string dozens of these together, right?
Yeah, that's where the internal electronics come into play. Specifically, a low-loss 70 or 100-volt transformer.
Which functions a lot like a high-voltage power line.
Spot on. By stepping the audio signal's voltage up to 100 volts, it pushes the sound through hundreds of feet of commercial wire with very little electrical resistance.
Or signal drop-off.
Exactly. It's the ultimate set-and-forget philosophy. I mean, you maintain the precise physical angles with the X-mount and the electrical signal strengths with the transformer long-term.
It really is incredible. So next time you are enjoying perfectly balanced background music in a restaurant, look up.
Yeah, just take a look.
Take a second to appreciate the invisible, slip-proof, weather-sealed engineering, making that illusion of effortless perfection happen right above your head.
And, it raises an important question for you to mull over.
What's that?
Well, if commercial audio is engineered to be this perfectly uniform and resistant to the elements over decades, how might that exact same set and forget design philosophy change the way we manufacture our everyday consumer electronics?